Hey y'all, it's episode 5, SWV and Xscape, Queens of R&B. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thank you guys for tuning in to yet another video from your girl Cylindria, all things CC. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for your continued support. Y'all help me get to 100, past 100 and above. Look, I'm tongue tied already. Yeah, help me get past 100, you guys. I know I've been at 92 for a nice little minute. I want to make sure that what I'm giving you guys is not in vain and not for nothing. I'm trying to push out these videos for you guys. So help your girl out. So anywho, we are going to get ready to talk about this episode. But a little bit about me for a hot second. I had to go to the doctor today and found out that I have a torn hamstring in the back of my leg. It has been causing me pain for the last 2 months. So now I have to start physical therapy, and I got to go get an ultrasound first, and then start physical therapy to see exactly how much damage is to my legs. But okay, now enough about me. Let's get into this episode. So naturally, if you are new to my channel, then you know when I react to episodes or whatever it is, I don't go scene by scene. I just take the bits and pieces that stood out to me, and then I just give my opinions on what it is. So I'm going to be talking about the episode, and then I'm also going to be talking about Kandi Speak On It, because she had Tiny of Xscape on there last night. So yeah, so episode 5. One of the scenes that I really enjoyed was the scene from Tamika to her sister Tasha. Tamika was at home. She called up her sister and she was like, you know what, we need to talk. You know, I miss my sister. Woo, woo, woo. So Tasha was in the studio recording on her gospel album, and she agreed to meet up with her sister, and she pretty much told her, well, you know, I'm at the studio, you could come through if you want to talk, because we do need to talk. And Tamika was like, yeah, we do. So Tamika gets there, and of course Rocky is there. Tasha's in the booth, and Rocky tells him, hey Meek. Tamika looked around like he wasn't even in the motherfucking room. Okay. And then, you know, he smirked and smiled because he knew what it is. You know what it was, Rocky. She don't got nothing to say to you. She not here for you. She here for her sister to try to mend their situation. Now, the thing is, though, this happened on the show. So what transpired from the time y'all finished this scene of hugging it out to what's going on right now? It's a disconnect somewhere. Somebody said something. Somebody did something, because y'all supposed to be cool right now. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes it a little like, what the hell happened in between all that time? Like, I want to know, like, what happened? I don't think that, yeah, because this scene proves that they talked about it, tried to work it out, hugged it out, or whatever the case may be. So we are under the impression, based off the show, that they are good. But actually, in reality, today, they are not good, okay? So, anywho, that scene was pretty cool. I like that, because I don't want to see the sisters fighting no more than anybody else want to see them fighting, and I don't. They don't want to see each other fighting. So, that was that scene. Coco's son, Jalen, and everything like that, he did decide that he was going to go back to school. I'm glad that he is going to continue to go back to school, but I still feel like if dentistry is not his passion, he should still find something within the music industry that he can go to school for. Something like what Kandi daughter Riley is doing. Like, she is interning at a record label right now and stuff like that. Like, he don't have to be a singer, but he could be like a talent manager, or he could be, you know, an assistant or something like that, if he just really want to be in the music industry like that. So that was a good thing that came out of that, because I know his mama Coco has been trying to get him to change his mind ever since he mentioned it to her. Another scene is all the girls met up at this studio where there was going to be some dancers or what have you, and they was going to pick out the dancers that they want to use in the show. I didn't know that SWV do not have dancers and all that stuff like Xscape does. Like, SWV is more laid back with their attire and things like that, and they don't have dancers. Xscape, they're more lavish, they're more out there. They want to put on a performance. They want to give you that wow factor. They want to give you something different every time they hit the stage. So it's very much a difference in how both groups perform. Okay. They also did a scene where they all met up to where they was going to see about the outfits or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, them outfits was looking cheap. And I'm like, I don't see SWV even putting on any of that stuff, to be honest. So whoever the designer was, he had to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to the drawing board, because it seems like he's tailored to what Xscape wants to wear, because, you know, Xscape is more on a sexy side and the flirtatious side when it comes to their attire. So that was kind of a big issue there. I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of the episode in a minute, but I wanted to jump and talk about the meetup with Coco, Kandi, and the guy. I don't know his name, but it was regarding the set list, who should sing first, who should sing last. I was like, here we go with this opening and closing bullshit. Like, y'all making this such a big fucking deal. Coco think that Week should be last. Kandi think that Understanding should be last. But as Coco, SWV feel like they should open and they should close. And it's like, no, how y'all gonna try to do both? This is supposed to be a collaboration, right? As y'all been saying all this time. But it's like, you're not budging on what you want, and neither is Kandi. But I think Coco's attitude and her demeanor is, you guys are trying to make it seem like we're not relevant, so I'm going to give you a hard fucking time. And it's like, okay. I don't get the big issue. I really, really, really don't. Because both songs are really, really good. Yes. Week is really, really good. Week has been around a lot longer because the group was out a lot longer than Xscape. SWV was out before Xscape. So quite naturally, Week is going to be the bigger hit. Unfortunately. Now for me, yes, I choose Understanding over Week. I do. That's just me personally. Like, I am more of an Xscape fan than an SWV fan, but please don't mistake me. I enjoy SWV, the songs that I do have on my playlist. But I rock with Xscape, you know. So I felt like Understanding would have been a perfect fit to close the show, because it had more of a message to it. It was a great song and it had more of a message to it. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all don't got to like it. It's cool. But I'm pretty sure they actually came up with the idea of who's going to open, who's going to close. And I'm just going to leave that right there because I want to be surprised. Even though they talked about it on the show, it might not even be that way after they done talked about it. They probably do something that's totally opposite. Like, they both come out on it at the end of the show. Both groups come on stage and they both sing each other's songs or something like that. Who knows? It might be a plot twist, y'all. But I just felt like, you know, Coco, she was standing up for her group quite naturally. Kandi standing up for her group quite naturally. And also there was a scene or whatever where Tamika and Taj, they were together, and I guess they were talking about the stage and stuff like that or whatever. And Tamika said something and it didn't sit well with Tosh. So Tosh went back and told the girls, and they in their feelings. And Lily, her smart mouth, she's gonna say what she gonna say. Like, she not about to be shunned for no motherfucker body and whoop whoop whoop, because they know what they bring to the table. And oh man. And in the midst of that sit down though, Tamika did say that Coco was acting like a child. Like, they was, baby, it got kind of it got intense there. It got a little, woo. I was like, okay. I'm like, all right now, Tamika, I know you done got your courage now that I get it. But just calm down, y'all. It's gonna be okay. Now, for a show that y'all not even really getting paid for, y'all doing too much. Y'all are doing too much for a show that y'all are not getting paid for, as what Kandi says. Then y'all doing too much. It really does not matter, honestly. So yeah, but let's get to this meat and potatoes. Okay, so Tamika got with Kandi and Tiny. She brought some news to their attention regarding a promoter, and she got some text messages and proofs and receipts, about the conversation between this promoter and Rocky. Okay, here we go. So in a nutshell, the promoter was pretty much saying, yeah, if I'm going to book Xscape, I want all 4 of them there. At that time, Kandi was not performing with the girls. So pretty much Rocky was telling Tasha, you got to convince Kandi to come on and be a part of the group or whatever, so that this promoter can pay us under the table. So he was getting kickbacks on the group's behalf. So baby, if the shit ain't getting deeper, if this hole ain't getting deeper, so all 3 of them met up with Tasha. And Tasha, a motherfucker about to get ready to lie or act like they don't know what you're talking about when they start squinting their eyes like this. Yeah, she started squinting her eyes trying to see the motherfucker. That's your nigga's number. That's your nigga's number, okay? And you trying to act like the girls concocted this shit, or somebody concocted this story against Rocky, and we ain't do that. Y'all think I did this? Like, still no accountability, okay? So baby, them girls has had enough of Rocky and Tasha. They've had enough of Rocky and Tasha, and I do not blame them. Like, when I tell y'all this rabbit hole is getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, baby, listen. He is really acting like he is that deal. Nigga, you don't even look good for you to be causing all this commotion now. Like, help me understand. And then you still got these mistresses coming out the woodworks and talking shit about you and what you've been doing to, like, you ain't got money like that. Wait, he got Tasha money like that. He ain't got no money like that. He got Tasha money like that. And he just using you, Tasha. Like, girl, you are so blinded. You are so blinded that you do not see that he is actually using you for his own purposes. Like, I am so ready for somebody to be indicted, convicted, going to jail. Like, because it's just too much. Too much is coming to the surface. And, Tasha, she's gonna, go against it or whatever, or think that people are against her, when actually it could just be God ready to put an end to all that foolishness that you and your husband got going on. He's putting people in the right spot at the right time to expose what's going on behind closed doors. It ain't got nothing to do with people trying to make lies on y'all. God is just exposing the truth, and you don't want to see that. So y'all, we got one more episode. I'm ready to see what this last episode is gonna be about, because this whole little mini series has really been draining but entertaining all at the same time. So yeah. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and start talking about Speak on It with Candy and Tiny from last night's episode. So, Speak on It, they touched on the stuff that happened in the episode, and then they started talking about a little bit more personal stuff geared towards Xscape. So I'm going to bypass what they thought about, the episode or whatever, but I did want to talk about how Tiny was trying to explain, that they felt like they would be coming out of more money than SWV. So why wouldn't they want to be the headliners, especially if they got if they giving up more of a percentage than SWV or whatever the case may be. At this point, I'm over it. I really, really am, because it's like a revolving door. Like, everybody's saying the same thing. Xscape is going to protect Xscape. SWV is going to protect SWV. And, and honestly, that's just how it is in the music industry. And this actually goes to show you guys that it is very, very hard for women to work together. They are proving this, that it is very, very hard for women to work together, because when you have individuals who feel like they are at the height and that they feel that they are on a different level, it's kind of hard to try to knock them down to the level that they used to be at. Like, it's going to always be some pushbacks, and I don't think that it's so much ego or anything like that. I just think that, when you work for something for so long and so hard and you finally start to see the benefits of it, you don't want to go back down to where your struggle was. You know what I'm saying? So I get what Candy was saying. She's a businesswoman at the end of the day, and she had to, speak up on behalf of half of her crew. So I mean, but anywho, I'm over it. But Tiny strikes me as the person, like, she is very neutral. She don't like the confrontation or anything like that. She's very, very neutral. And I think that's kind of like what got Tasha and her so close in the group, because Tasha seen her as someone who does not take sides. Like, she will go whichever way the wind blows, in a sense. And I think Tasha took advantage of that. And now, as they are older and we are at this day and time, I think Tiny is starting to realize that Tasha has been kind of like manipulating her, in a sense, or using her to do whatever it is that she wants her to do, or what have you. So I think Tiny is starting really to realize. And Candy actually been saying stuff all along, right? It just took Tamika and Tiny to get to this point to where they actually seeing what Candy has been saying. So yeah, it was a nice little episode. Candy did confirm. She said, I have not dated Rocky and we have not fucked either. Okay, so dead that rumor, because that's something that he put out there, right? Like, see, he messy because now he's trying to keep this narrative going that Candy sleeps around and shit, or Candy, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stop it, Rocky. Like, the feds need to go ahead and investigate you for real, because if you was part of R. Kelly's camp, yeah, you know some things and you've done some things, so they need to they need to get with you. But they were just explaining their stance on the whole, headlight and all that type of stuff. And they stand on what they said, and they don't understand why it was a big deal. I think a lot of people feel like what they were talking about as far as like who put the most people in the seats is because of the following. But a lot of people say, just because you have millions of followers don't mean that you're going to have millions of ticket sales. You have, say, 7 million followers, but probably only 1 million might actually purchase a ticket. So it doesn't really balance out you know, a lot of people feel or what have you. But it was just, it's a whole lot of with that. Kenny did ask her about the apology that Latasha made out or whatever, and she was pretty much she was trying to be correct, but at the same time, I felt like she wanted to say some other shit, but she was just trying not to be, she was being that neutral Tiny that we know. And she was pretty much like, you know, for me, for her apology for me, I felt like she meant it. Now for you, Kandi, I can't tell you. I can't tell you that she meant it. But yeah, it's a good, interesting little speak on it. I don't think it was as juicy as the last one for me, but I'm happy that she did get somebody from her crew on. I would like to see Tamika speak on it so that we can really get some more insight on what's going on and what happened in between the taping and now that got them falling out again. So yeah, we got one more episode and I can't wait because I want to see how all this is going to come together. If it's going to come together or it's going to fucking fall apart, shit to shreds. And that's the end of the friendship of SWV and Xscape. So I want to see where this is going to go. If you have not watched Kandi speak on it, go ahead, go to her webpage or what have you. And yeah, and watch it. I'm going to come back with a couple of other videos. I've seen some videos that I wanted to watch. And then I'm going to come back with my own video on what I think about it. It's a lot. This whole Xscape stuff it's a lot. Oh, I will be watching the the second interview of their father from the Juice radio and talk show. I will be watching that. So yeah, if you want to see that, go ahead and watch that. He's really going to be showing a lot of receipts about how he was actually there for his girls. So that should be something interesting. But I'm going to end it right here, you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.